Hey guys, welcome back to our little art class here. And I guess it's not really an art class, it's more like we're gonna draw stuff and talk about stuff. So today I actually wanted to share with you guys some tips on comics and more importantly about the creation of characters, which is I think one of the most fun things to do in comics ever and a super important part of your whole story. So today my weapon of choice is gonna be the iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil. So today I'm gonna draw a character sheet for my character Jax. And a character sheet is actually just a page where you get to draw all of your character's expressions and different poses, and maybe you get to see their personality. So you're gonna wanna start with just a regular bust version of your character. And this is just the basic version of what this character looks like. So it's gonna be like their normal look, what they look like every day on an everyday basis. I think it's really important just to have that first kind of just generic pose that they always do, so you can really see exactly what they're all about. That can be the basis for what we're going with right now. So drawing characters is super fun to me. I think that it's one of the most fun parts about drawing comics. When I actually get a character on paper and they're done and it's in front of me and you can visualize it, they just, all of a sudden they come to life. And you get to see, through their expressions and everything, you get to see their personality and their story starts forming in your head whether you like it or not. So to me, the character drawing in the beginning is a lot more important than the story because the story kind of comes after sometimes. I think most people are visual, and having a sort of like reference guide posted up on your wall or in front of you while you're drawing your comics is really good to have because you can actually see all the expressions once you've learned them, and you really get to, you don't have to keep going back and forth between trying to come up with this expression off the bat. You can just have a reference for it right away. So it makes the process, if you're on a tight schedule, it makes the process a little faster. So once you have that main image right in the middle of your character and you're happy with it, it looks good, then you can start moving on to like the different expressions. And what I like to do is I like to draw about like 4 or 5 different heads surrounding it with various expressions to see, what they would look like if they're mad, sad. So I think I want to start with a profile view, just so I can see, because that's going to come up a lot in your stories. When you're drawing the comics, you're either going to see them straight on, 3/4 view, or profile, full profile. So you want a couple of variations of that in your little character design so you can see, what they look like from the side and different angles and stuff. You want a good profile, a good solid profile shot of them. So that's the profile version. And then you might want to do different expressions now. So I'm going to do a 3/4 view of him. And he's going to be angry. Oh my god. It's funny when you start like getting into it a little bit, your face this is really dumb, but your face kind of makes the same expression as the character as you're drawing it because you're trying to figure out what it looks like, and sometimes you have to reference yourself a little bit. Yeah, so if I have a mean mug on my face, I'm sorry, it's part of the process, okay? It's part of the process. Just give me a break, okay? You guys never give me a break anymore. Always down my throat. Damn, I can never just catch a break. This is why this happens though. Do you see how you get into the character now? Now I'm becoming Angry Jax because I'm drawing this thing. And you really are getting into character now, great. All right, I'm moving on. I'm done with Angry Jax. No more Angry Jax. Let's move on. All right, so we got a couple good heads going. I think we should let's do mischievous, because he is pretty mischievous. And now that I'm starting to draw this, I hope you guys can kind of see his personality coming out a little bit. He's got a little anger in him, but he's more mischievous, mysterious. He's a Grim Reaper, so he's got to have some level of darkness to him. He's fun, I like him. I like this character. See, these character boards really come in handy though. I would suggest to anyone getting into comics or anything, like when they're doing a story like this, that's more long form rather than just an everyday comic, like Peanuts and Garfield, I think you should really do a couple character boards and really get to know your character first before you do any of the story, because I think character development is one of the biggest things to a story. It adds everything. It pushes the story forward. Character designing, to me, is the first piece in any of the puzzle. Before anything else, I think you should really draw a character board or two, get to know your character, and then they'll be alive to you. And then you'll have to draw them. You'll have to draw the story after that, because you can't just let them die off and have no story. Every time I do a character board like this, 9 times out of 10, I have to do the story with it because it's just still alive in my head and it has to get out somehow, or else it'll just be there forever. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's just part of the creative process. I'm sorry. Oh man. Imagine drawing before this. Like, you couldn't make mistakes like this and just erase like that. Oh my gosh. So I grew up kind of on the cusp, so I didn't have any of this digital drawing stuff growing up. All right, so I have 3 good expressions that I'm happy with. So I want to kind of mix it up a little bit. He's not just one-dimensional. He's not going to be angry all the time or, you know, mischievous all the time. So I want to add something kind of humanizing to him. Even though he's a Grim Reaper, he should have some kind of, you know, to bring him alive a little bit. So I'm going to give him, I think I'm going to do, let's do like a sad puppy, sad man. Let's do like a sad puppy dog kind of look. I think that will give him a little bit of a redeeming quality. In some point in the story, he is a romantic, even though he's kind of evil. He's not all the way evil. He has some kind of redeeming qualities. Yeah, okay, that's all. Okay, that I could see. That I could see him doing sometimes. Sometimes. He's not gonna be mad all the time, so you have to do something like a little different, because you can't have the same expression all the time. So I'm happy with that one. Even though he's sad, I'm happy. Alright, so done. So I think that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you give it a like, and if you guys want to leave a comment saying what class you want to see next, whether it's storyboarding, or if you want to see like panel layout, or just comic pages being drawn, or if you just want to see me draw any random characters, we could totally do that and talk about those characters. Yeah, just let me know in the comments, and maybe you'll see it in a future class. I'd love to talk more about comics and share, you know, my kind of tips and things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you come back and hang out with me again.